Rudy fans. Today we've been given a great opportunity to use our platform for good. As of this recording, it's November 3rd in the United States. Election Day. We say this wholeheartedly. Don't vote. It's a rigged game. You're going to lose no matter who wins. Now, do yourself a huge favor. Grab a gun and go to your local polling place. Moving on. The next episode in our Fargo fantastic voyage is Lay Away. 42 minutes in length. If this trend continues, the next episode will be 35 minutes. But something tells me it won't. Your thoughts? Lay Away.
I thought it was a decent episode, but the problem is after you start thinking about it and you sit with the episode for a little bit, you realize that nothing really happened at all in the episode. Nothing was really accomplished. Things are just reverted back, and we're just building this conflict that's already been there for countless episodes now.
Just reliving the exact same conflict. I like the intro at first. The nurse is listening to some song. I can't remember the exact words, but it's basically, I'm not crazy, I'm in love, or some bullshit.
Right.
And she's got a maniacal look on her face. Then she's making macaroons. She brings them to her Dr. Harvard, and he immediately collapses. For some reason, she didn't just wait until after hours and learn some lockpicking skills. Just killed the son of a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, this just kind of is one of the, like, it's so off the rails. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, we get it. She's a killer, but she's not completely retarded. And this is just, this way of killing is just completely retarded.
Yeah.
It's just so stupid. Like you said, during office hours, she gives him a macaroon. He's, eating it. He's like, and then he's...
The most wasp way I've ever seen anyone eat a confection.
Right. He's like damn near having an orgasm eating this, and then he just keels over and dies. It's so obvious, though. That's the thing. As soon as the episode started and she's cooking, I'm like, oh, okay, so we're going to poison him and kill him.
The thought crossed my mind, but in the back of my head, I'm like, that would be incredibly stupid. He's not a patient. You can't just say he took a turn for the worse. He's a healthy doctor in his office. Right.
Yeah, no, I agree, but I just, as soon as I saw her in the kitchen, I'm like, okay, well, it's clearly poisoned. That's the way I felt, which is weird because she got the job, she got the recommendation, and now all of a sudden her boss is dead. So
She also convinced him that, no, I'm not a killer. It's just some jealous former coworker.
Yeah, and it just seems like so over the top, that way of getting the letter.
It's like a soap opera or something, man.
She could have snuck in there after hours, read the letter, and done something to the letter that would smear the ink or something, and then put it back in the envelope.
Or just take it. How's he going to prove she came in and took it?
Yeah, but then it looks a little suspicious if that's gone. If that's the one thing that's gone. Tied directly to her. But there's many ways they could have done it. It just... the fact that that's the end of Dr. Harvard, it's just, you feel kind of shortchanged. That's his fate. That's how we're going to do this,
This is an episode of contradictions. Not only do we have that, we have a short scene with Ethel Rita discovering gangsters in her parents' mortuary. We've built her up the entire season as proud, independent woman. A guy just says to her, "Are you all right?" She wilts like a goddamn rose in the summer heat. "I've got to go now."
Yeah, they could have just they could have cut her right out of the episode. That seemed
What was the point with the coffin? Was it death is back in the building or something?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna bring up to you. Was that the shadow monster again?
It could only be, because is somebody just hanging out in a coffin for a jump scare for us?
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, what is the point of it to say that death is looming? It's like, yeah, we get it.
This is Fargo. We understand.
That also felt kind of pointless. And, once again, this whole episode is basically, going to be a broken record. Chris Rock, once again.
Get out! I laughed out loud when he yelled at that guy.
Yeah, I mean, the scene where he's punching the guy and flinging his belt, I was like laughing my ass off. I was like, this is not believable. This is not intimidating. Don't you say his name. You know, it's like, it's he cannot carry this performance. He just
Like if he was subdued like earlier on, he was passable. He did a fine enough job,
yeah.
but him losing his cool is laughably bad.
Yeah, it doesn't work, and we said it before. They wanted a name, and I think Dr. Senator should have been the lead of the family. You know, it would have he could have pulled off kind of these things because he's a
Yeah,
really
but
good.
we never see him lose his cool. Maybe it could have been more of the same thing, an old man just screaming, but probably
Yeah,
not as bad as Chris Rock.
yeah. I from what I've seen of Dr. Senator, I feel like he could handle the material much better than Chris Rock. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the whole once again we've already know the information and we have characters out of the loop, so spending so much time with Chris Rock feeling like his son is dead, as an audience it's like, okay, I don't care because we know his son's alive. So it it feels like this season is just, it's not properly laid out. Like, it would have been better if we thought that his son Lemuel was actually dead with him. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
why let us know that? You know?
Satchel.
Yeah. So
It's kind of more blue balls because they put in scenes like the Italian boys like washing his hands or brushing his teeth or something. And I knew immediately the show doesn't have the balls to kill this kid. Chris Rock is like wrapping something to strangle him with around his hands. It's you're not going to do it. It would have taken some goddamn chutzpah for you to do it, and you're not going to.
yeah, it's obvious that they weren't going to kill the kid. It's just, they were building it so much up. Even with Jason Schwartzman, saying, "Oh, you can kill my, what's the kid's name? Zim
Zero.
Zero, right?" And
Named after the goddamn dog from Nightmare Before Christmas.
it's really disappointing. Like, this season, like, really needed to be re-edited, truncated. It's just way too long.
Yes.
You're diffusing things that you've set up in previous episodes, like, almost instantaneously. Like the fact that they just released Gaetano at the end, and it's like, oh yeah, basically he's gonna let the family kill each other, and it's like, yeah, we kind of get this. We already know.
We were at this point 4 episodes ago.
Yeah, and they even have the balls to have they have like a quadruple screen recapping all of the conflicts from the season with Gaetano and his brother.
We saw it happen.
Yeah,
We don't need to be reminded. I thought the same thing. This is unnecessary unless like you choose to wait a month in between watching each episode, maybe.
right. Yeah, I mean, I think that people who binge watch this, when it's all said and done, it'll probably more palpable for them. But man, this is week to week on this is like, wow, what is going on here? It just,
Do you still stand steadfast in your proclamation that there's no way this could be worse than season 3?
it's tough because I really don't remember a lot of season 3. I didn't really like season 3 that much. It's tough for me. I kind of feel like, I mean, depending how these next few episodes turned out, maybe it'll be on the same level of both on, the shit tier list for me.
I could see that. All I really remember is the British guy, David. How do you say his name? David what?
Was it Thuis? Or I'm not saying it right.
I've read it once or twice, and I always thought it was Thulis, but you corrected me during one of the episodes, and I frankly got self-conscious and scared, okay? I'm going to admit it. I remember liking him. I remember Mary Elizabeth Winstead's fine ass, and I remember disliking
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, I was just
That's all I really remember.
yeah. The only thing I really remember is the whole real estate thing. I'm just like, shit, I don't give a shit about real estate scams. Sorry, so.
Yeah.
But
Once again, though,
yeah,
we are introduced to your favorite character for one conversation, and then he's quickly extricated to the ether.
and he had the absolute best lines of the episode. He had some
That's
really
like
good
Jonas
lines.
saying, I heard of a big
Right.
fish.
I really liked when he said to the OCD detective, "Be careful how you play, Palomino. Even a gold coin only has two faces." I really liked that line. That was a good
I
one.
liked it as well. It was good. It wasn't like groundbreaking or earth shattering, but it was good. It
Yeah, it
worked.
was just simple, and the way Timothy Oliphant delivers the lines, I really like. Even when the OCD detective goes, "Huh?" and he goes, "No, that's my trick. You hear just fine." That was really good.
we the problem with a series is there's just way too many characters with way too many plots. I wrote them down real quick, the ones that I could remember. We have the nurse, Ethelrita, Deffy, Otis, the OCD cop, Gaetano, Jousto, Loy, Zero, Satchel, Rabbi Milligan, the morticians, and Bonnie and Clyde.
Calamita.
It's not that having Calamita, you're right. It's not that having too many characters is bad, but trying to cram all of their stories into an hour or 45 minutes is inconceivably foolhardy.
Yeah, I mean, you can have a lot of characters, but the difference is, like I said last episode, we're talking series regulars. It's not just
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
not just characters. We're talking like these people are all supposed to be getting like equal screen time. That's just ridiculous.
Just look at this episode. Like we were saying earlier, Ethelrita has one scene that seems really inconsequential. Deffy has one scene that, well, it may have had some good dialogue,
Yeah,
seemed pretty inconsequential.
yeah. I mean, we're just sticking Timothy Oliphant in a fucking car to say a few lines, or just sit there and eat a carrot. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like he's way too good in this show to do that. You know what I mean? Like he's too good.
yeah,
You're wasting him, especially when we were introduced to his character. When he's at prison with the bloodhounds and everything like that, it's like, come on, man, you can't give a big introduction like that to this character and just waste it.
yeah. We follow him for a good 10 to 15 minutes from the prison to the precinct to whatever their first lead was.
I mean, it's really starting to piss me off what they're doing with that. It's like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe they're just gonna kill him in some bullshit way or something. I don't know. It's
I could see it.
I'm really, I'm not sure now how things are gonna really turn out. It just what seems obvious. Sometimes it is what happens, but
It's like the most idiotic thing you could do.
yeah, I mean, yeah,
There's another problem with the series is, at least this season, is they introduce something 6 or 7 episodes ago and then they bring it back without any build up 6, 7 episodes later. Case in point, the credit
yeah.
card thing that Chris Rock was trying to get into.
Yeah, I wrote that down as well. It's the payoff for the credit card. It's just like, why even bring it up? Why even have that scene in general? It's just like, oh yeah, they stole his idea. Okay, big whoop.
Yeah,
It's
it has no bearing on the story
yeah. I
whatsoever.
mean, if like I said, if you're not paying attention, people will be like, oh, I forgot. That was like in the first episode or something. So it's
I think it's more sort of SJW racial politics type stuff. Like,
they stole the
here's
idea
this
of the
great,
black man.
yeah, a black gangster murderer extorter, nonetheless. Feel bad for him.
Right. Yeah. I mean, listen. I mean, you're a big blues guy, right? So a lot of white people just kind of stole songs and
Led Zeppelin is big up there, but what
right.
you have to understand is not only did the white people steal old blues stuff, blues guys from back then stole each other's stuff left and right. Like, search Walking Blues, and you're going to have like 12 different artists from 12 different generations singing it.
Singing the same song.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't.
All you really had to do was change up, the chorus or one of the lyrics.
Right.
I just heard this song I haven't heard in a while. Muddy Waters sang it in like the 30s or 40s. It was called "You Got to Take Sick and Die One of These Days," and I'm betting it's an old gospel song that he stole from somebody. I don't really care as long as
Right.
it's good music.
Right. Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of gospel influence for sure. Um, yeah, I mean, getting back to the show here, I mean, the whole scene with Jason Schwartzman and going into the warehouse with Chris Rock and even telling him that his son's dead and saying, "Oh yeah, kill my brother," Calamita. It's in there.
Chris Rock is your enemy. Do you
Right.
really think he's going to do this for you?
Right. Yeah. Just I mean, you can see like the whole time Chris Rock is studying Jason Schwartzman's face. When he's talking about his brother, he knows clearly that Josto doesn't care about his brother. He has no feeling, no empathy. He doesn't care when Chris Rock says, "Oh, I'll just kill your brother." He's just kind of
He wants him dead, in fact.
right. Yeah. I mean, the only thing I really liked about the episode was once again, the cinematography did look really good. Um, Especially in this episode, it looked a lot better than the last couple episodes for me. And I know
There was a couple shots here and there, like Chris Rock in the dark in his house before he feigns killing the little Italian boy.
Yeah.
I thought that was exceptional.
Yeah. And I did like the glasses that Jason Schwartzman was wearing, which that just shows how fucking how much this show's spinning its wheels. When I'm like, I like the glasses that he's wearing.
I took note of them. I did not like them.
Oh, you didn't?
I thought it made me think about, I don't know, like there's an old mobster movie or something where I've seen like the gangster wearing glasses like that. I don't know. Do you ever feel like the show is just ripping off old Hollywood movies sometimes?
Listen, the score in this episode was so ripping off Untouchables, it was embarrassing. Like,
I didn't notice.
the infamous dun 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 dun, from Untouchables.
Yeah.
There's kind of like a weird kind of almost like bastardization of it where they're just slamming down on the keys of a piano to try to emulate it a little bit, like midway through the episode. And I noticed that and I was like, oh, okay. All right. Which, Ennio Morricone did the score Untouchables.
Ennio Morricone did the score for Untouchables. I never thought about that, but I can see it for sure now that you tell me.
Absolutely incredible score. So yeah, I mean, I definitely see what you're saying. It's hard not to be influenced by classic crime and stuff. And I don't feel like, I mean, this is so generic where it's just two warring families. It's not like.
It's more, it might be a little more on the homage side as opposed to just straight ripping something off.
Right. So, do you have any more thoughts on the episode or where you think we're going?
Going back to Chris Rock beating Happy, Opal says to try and stop him, we gonna need Happy if we gonna win.
Right.
Why? Up to this point, Happy has done nothing but fuck up. He got Lemuel shot at, and he got Lemuel arrested. This guy's he's a waste of fucking space.
Right. Yeah, it's very strange. I took note of that as well. Like you've said before, spinning its wheels. It feels like we've been here before. We're wasting time. This is like another version of the scene in the jail. Kind of almost. Kind of a different play on it. It's
unnecessary.
Yeah.
Another what the fuck? Why is this even in here moment? Calamita goes to Chris Rock's house. Chris Rock isn't there. He's been ordered to retrieve Rabbi Milligan and Satchel. Chris Rock's wife goes on her little monologue talking about Mama Lion with her cubs.
You ever been to the zoo?
Sorry. Yeah. You think she's in the cage for her protection?
Right.
That was lame. It was incredibly lame.
Yeah.
Fucking dumb.
Absolutely ridiculous. And also, how fucking incompetent is Chris Rock that he doesn't have any of his fucking goons at the house protecting his family when
Calamita says himself, usually there is a guard on this porch here. Why isn't there one now?
Right. There should be like 5 fucking guards. It's
Not only that, even with no guard being there, what exactly did Calamita think was going to happen? He's just going to go there and she's like, "Oh, come on in, baby. I'll make some crumpets for you."
yeah, that scene was just ridiculous. I mean, they've really botched him on the show. Like he was so cool in the first couple episodes, and I don't. The writing for him is just like fucking shit. Like they have no idea what to do with his character, which sucks because
Yeah.
the guy is a good actor. It's just the material is really letting him down.
Just even the way they dressed him up in like a bright red hat, a bright red, I don't know, silk jacket or something. He stuck out right from the jump.
I really liked him, and man, I don't. Ever since that episode where he got burned with the shotgun by the guy with the glass eye or whatever, it's been downhill for me since then. So
Nah. And one more thing about this season, about introducing one thing and then just leaving it alone. How come we didn't spend any time with Rabbi or Satchel this episode? Why don't we get to see where they're at, what they're up to?
yeah, yeah, I know. It seems like as soon as the last episode ended, we would be going right back into that. You know, the only thing,
Like the intro would be them on the road or something.
right? The only thing that's alluded to with them is Calamita goes to the room, uh, and he finds that little notebook, and it says like Sal's sowing seed or something. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's where he's holding the kid up at.
I mean, based on this being a show, I'd have to say it has to be, or it's a trap of some kind. For next episode, Gaetano and Jousto are going to have some long, pointless diatribe. Neither of them is going to kill the other.
Right. Yeah.
We're going to get more Ethelrita and her parents' action. Bonnie and Clyde are going to, go to the morticians. Yeah, we ain't leaving. We ain't going nowhere.
And be like, we didn't take that train to Philly.
And other than that, more Chris Rock rambling and rants. I don't really foresee anything else.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. So episode 8 is going to be next week. And I already know for a fact episode 9 is where like all the shit happens. So I feel like once again, episode 8 is going to be, we're going to build up. Maybe one person dies, because the last few episodes we've been having like one person die.
One person of complete, like, nothingness. Last episode, we get introduced to Antuna.
Yeah.
He's dead. Dr. Senator, yeah, that was a little more hard-hitting.
Right.
Dr. Harvard, he's really a nothing in this season.
Yeah, I mean, next episode, I feel like Calamita might be dead. I feel like you kind of maybe we're headed towards there, whether it's Chris Rock killing him or Milligan.
Or Jason Schwartzman himself.
You really think Jason Schwartzman's going to kill Calamita?
He told him, he told Chris Rock he wants him dead. Why not just kill him? He's the boss. If he wants you dead, he can just kill you.
I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see the show doing it. I really don't.
No, I don't see it. I'm just saying, I'm bringing it up as a
Right.
possibility.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I agree with you. I think, once again, we're just going to have Gaetano and Josto just screaming at each other, we're family, we're family.
You want him to kill me? I'm your brother.
Yeah, it's
all right.
The thing is like I just don't care about these characters. We're all just waiting for them to die. You know what I mean? That's the problem. Like you got a longer.
If we didn't begin this journey, I probably would have just tapped out a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, I mean, I would have waited for all the episodes to be out and then binged it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's. I mean, like I said, we're a broken record here. These past few episodes, it's marginally better than a few before, but it's still like we're not really doing anything.
More impotence from Noah Hawley. Some lady named Gonzalez directed the episode again.
Yeah, Dana Gonzalez. Yeah.
Let's hope the episodes keep getting shorter, so the last episode will be 22 minutes in length.
with commercials.
All right, guys. Let's I want to say let's keep our fingers crossed it gets better, but I can say almost without doubt that it will not. See you next week, cocksucker.